ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to GameStar TV, and apologies for showing you Reticent's Twitter page just then. Forgot that that was live. So here we are. It is our final match of the evening, and if you've been following the brackets, you will see that our last match, or in our last round, we actually have a match that features the two teams that haven't been on all night. So it's worked out absolutely perfectly. Redux versus Team Reticent will be our final match of the evening. And, oh, hang on, I've got to figure out, I've got to follow someone. So hold on a mo, please. Do my little trickety-boo. Who am I following? Yeah, well, it's my bad. Okay, so hopefully I'll be able to actually spec them. How do you spell it? J-A? All right, my apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Just a little bit ham-fisted with the proceedings for the last match. So let's get you to that champ select as quickly as we can. It is Redux versus Team Reticent. And Redux are on the blue side. Turles, Fried Rye, DLS 97, Styco, or Sticko maybe, and Braxius. Going up against Team Reticent on the red side, Javek, VP, Online Hero, Goonlord, and Bullet. So, let's get the team names up so that you can see them. Alrighty, so let's have a look at these picks that have come through. Any surprises? You know what? There is definitely a meta in this game because there is very little variation in the picks that come through. I suppose that a lot of that has to do with the fact that there isn't a huge champion pool as it is. You know, you're picking 10 champions in total out of a champion pool of, what, 22? So there's there's going to be a lot of overlap. But there are certain champions we have not seen at all tonight. And, well, they're clearly out of the meta because of the min-maxing. One of the reasons we haven't seen Maeve, of course, the main reason is because she's banned. So, of course, beta number 43, is it? I think got released. I think it's 43. And that includes Maeve, and there's a Valentine skin and all sorts of things like that. So, you know, if you haven't managed to hook up a date with Rice, well, you could always spend some crystals that you've won in HEYPAL and buy yourself a Valentine skin. And then you're not alone on Valentine's because you've got, you know, a bae, or a waifu, I think is what they call it. The kids these days. I don't call anybody a waifu because I have a real girlfriend. Hopefully that hasn't gotten the backs up of those who have waifus. Okay. All right. So here we go. My voice has taken a bit of a hit tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Solo casting for the first time in about a year. So just get the loadouts up for you. I'd love to get your feedback, though. I mean, given that, you know, this has been a solo effort, things haven't been perfect, but there are still, you know, if there's things that you'd like to see, like you would like to see the damage card more often, or you'd like to see an individual player's loadouts in that sort of max view with the F3 more often, just speak up and say so, because we want to provide you with the best viewing experience possible, and if there are things that you want to see, we want to give it to you. So, do speak up in Twitch chat. Oh, it's at Redux ESC on Twitter. Thanks, Traps. Traps CS. And for that excellent tip, Traps CS, I'm going to give you a Fernando skin. So I'm just going to write down Traps CS gets Fernando skin. And I'll tell you why, ladies and gentlemen, just in case you're wondering. Like, we are huge on our social media efforts. It's one of the most key channels that we use to demonstrate to our sponsors that we're able to deliver the exposure that they need. And so if you give us a tip, as in this team is on Twitter and this is their Twitter, use it in future, then that's like a direct benefit to GameStar, to the scene, and to our sponsors. So, you know, thanks very much. Shout out to SnapCS. Does CS stand for Counter-Strike? Are you shifting over to Paladins? It's a much better game, isn't it? There's actual objectives. Well, I suppose there's objectives in Counter-Strike as well. All right, we're into the first round. Redux on the left, and on the red side, the boys from Team Reticent. And after initially just sort of dipping their toes in the water, Redux have been driven off of the pool, which is the point. If I stretch the metaphor a little bit further, and now crossing the 60% mark is Team Reticent well in control right now. And maintaining control. I mean, they haven't really been threatened. That 15% was really just a positioning thing more than anything else. And as soon as Reticent, I don't know, got the boot down, put the boot in, they managed, well, they took control. Now, they've stumbled just a little bit because of an excellent counterattack that's come through from Redux ESC. And at 99%, their cap was stopped. And goodness me, I talked up Team Reticent in that, you know, with their positioning and all of that sort of thing. But it's the counterattack that has done so well. And whoa, what a clutch pull by DLS 97. Here's Makoa hook. Got the tank away from the point and prevented even an overtime from the beginning. So an excellent clutch play there. We've seen fantastic Makoas all night tonight on the HEYPAL. All right, here we go, rolling along. It's the red team in control. That's Surge, Redux ESC, not Surge, sorry. My apologies. You are on Twitter and doing a great job with social media. And have a fan club as well, SnapCS. No, TrapCS, not SnapCS. I did write down Trap. Okay, so getting very close. It's 1-0 right now in favor of the boys in blue, Redux ESC. And they've been stopped in their tracks by the first wood pipe. Let's call it that. As we get our camera into a little bit of a better position.
Again!
A little bit of quiet. Searles has gotten himself stunned. Oh my goodness! He stuck his head out of the doorway and straight away got himself stunned in the face and stood there while he was kept away. He will be bleating on Discord for getting himself picked there. As we get to the 1 minute mark, that is Redux ESC's re-grab of the points. Stopped in his tracks, but another great hook from GLS 97 takes down the support. So no more heals for the boys in red, Team Reticent. And that's enough to secure the payload back in the hands of Redux ESC. And Redux now rolling down the final straight. And pushing forward, of course, to get the dismounts going. They pulled Grover, and, well, Fernando's there to stop the kill from coming in. Grover manages to pop his ulti as well, gets the global heal going. The payload stopped just about a meter off of the point, I've got to say. 7 meters is what it says, 6 meters now.
9, 8, 7.
Oh no, it's how far the camera is away from the ball. That's no use to anyone. Oh, and it's been held off there, and the defense is successful by Team Reticent. So shout out to anybody from Hi-Res that's watching. The payload's meter marker shouldn't be how far the camera's away from it. It should be how far the payload's away from capping the point. That's, you know, just my opinion. All right, so 1-1. Looks like we've got a bit of a back and forth, as they like to say. A bit of a back and forth, a little bit of a ding-dong. Maybe some crossing of the swords. Who knows? Coming right up here on GameStar TV, 1-1 between Redux and Reticent. So far we know that Redux can cap points. We haven't seen Team Reticent get it right just yet. But if anything, if the earlier rounds of tonight's HEYPAL is any indication, I think we're in for a close match, and we're going to get Team Reticent capping the next point. No, I shouldn't say that. Maybe they won't. I don't want to jinx them with the caster's curse. So onto the point goes HEYPAL and Bullet, and they've managed to secure possession of it. 25% now for Team Reticent. 3 players there now, that's the maximum that you need, and you've got to keep your 3 players there to cap as fast as possible. They're pushing forward though to try and get those picks and force the bleed to come through from their opponents. They don't want to have another counter-attack come through from Redux that drives them off the point and caps the payload. Who should I follow? Let's give Ying some love. There you go. Oh, she's riding the horse.
Overtime.
All right, we're following Sticko at the moment, looking for those headshots. He's firing as fast as he can. Oh, he's having to get away as quickly as he possibly can. And the payload has been capped despite his best efforts as the sniper on Shaolin by Team Reticent. So that is 1 cap each. Now the question is, will the defense come through for Redux as it came through for Team Reticent? Lots of questions here on Gangster TV, ladies and gentlemen, and the answers unfolding right before your eyes. 2 minutes to go, and we're almost at the big tree. It's a bloody enormous tree. Probably a cowrie. You don't get cowries in Australia. You almost don't get cowries anymore in New Zealand as well. It's a protected tree. But they are tall and straight like that. That's why they're protected, because they got chopped down. They're so good for building. Ah, very good. All right, 2-1 in favor of Team Reticent, but the cart has stopped in its tracks. Redux holding on and camping things. They've got the dismounts. The high ground has been grabbed by Team Reticent, and they're going to now try and turn it to their advantage. DLS 97 books it out of there after taking a little bit of damage, gets his shield up. That's how you play Macaw, by the way. You don't just pop the shield up reflexively. You've got to get the hell out of there, get the shield up so that nobody can run inside and kill you anyway. So let's see how things are turning out. 2 picks down on Team Reticent. In fact, their whole team is collapsing now. Ruckus, the last man standing, he gets cleared away. And with less than a minute to go, the defense is looking very, very strong for Redux. Calm before the storm. We've got 3 ultis in favor of Redux, and just the 2 on the sides of the boys in red, Team Reticent. And there's almost a pick.
30 seconds remaining.
Goonlord hiding in the corner, and then shows his face again. Oh, he's in the back line. He's got a flank going on, but he's shooting the wrong champion. He's shooting at the tank. Don't shoot the tank. Shoot the DPS. All right, now he's going to try and get some position. See if he can get that DPS going through. He's just firing the long range shots now onto Macaw. Finally gets the kill. DLS 97, who's been playing so well, gets cleared away.
3, 2.
I meet my end.
Overtime.
And the overtime has been called, but I think it's going to be over pretty quickly. Bullet gets taken down, and it is going to be 3-1. Oh no, sorry, 2-2. Sorry, that was the blue team defending successfully. So 1 cap each, 1 successful defense each. This game is wide open. 9 minutes in, 10 minutes in almost.
Point spawning in 15 seconds.
I see in Vision you're having a laugh about the whole payload distance thing. I'm going to prove it to you now, because when I move my camera backwards, the payload's distance marker, you can see, look, capture, it says, you can see on your screen now, capture 40 meters, 39, 38, 37, 36, and that's what the payload does as well. It tells you your distance with the camera. All right, never mind, we've got players to worry about here, and who's going to be able to cap this point and get themselves within a point of winning the last game of the evening. And I'll ask Aggro Tank off air to just have a look at what their records have been so far this evening. So, you know, what, how many wins each of these teams have had. In the meantime, Redux have got such a strong position. They've pushed Team Reticent off. Team Reticent almost got 60% cap though, so they're going to be able to regroup themselves and push through. Fernando taking an absolute age to get himself respawned though, as he has done so though now. So Redux is on 1, Reticent is on 2 wins so far tonight. So this could even the scores between the two of them, or could put Team Reticent well in the lead with their 3rd win. That's a nice record for United HEYPAL. All right, we've been giving Goonlord lots of love. He finally gets taken down, and 99%, 100. The objective is captured once again by Redux, and now they've got their roll on, and they are in a fantastic position. They either win off of this push, or they've got a golden point in hand. Not a golden point, they've got it. Oh yes, it is a golden point. They force a golden point. So yeah. Match point for them now. Match point in the next round if they don't get it. And they're looking very, very strong at the moment. The fight is all over the map at the moment. So things very, very spread out. And it's in Redux's favor. So Bullet's the last man standing there. I almost feel as though they kept him alive for a little bit longer than he needed to be, just to make sure that the staggering of the spawns was maximized. That payload rolling like crazy. Look at it. Look, it says 5, 4, 5, 6, 7 meters, 8, 9, 10 meters. Today you learned something in Vision. So here we go, 1.5 minutes. Rolling up the wooden platform comes the payload. It gets stopped because Bullet does what tanks do, gets himself onto the payload, holds it off there, keeps the delay going. He's using his rush, his dash, just to try and kind of get himself into a position where he can last a bit longer. But it's too little, too late. And Redux Esports Club walks away with a victory, picking up their 2nd for the night, holding Team Reticent to 2 themselves. But what an excellent match, finishing up with 4-2 for these two teams. Let's have a look at the stats as we go through, and I'll bring Aggro Tank in once again so that we can choose an MVP.
Yeah, that was quite a good game. Throughout the game, had 2 picks that I was fairly steady on throughout the entire game, both of which have made it to the best-in-class board, being Turles on the Eevee there with that flank, and Styko on Kinessa as a snipe. Both were doing amazing jobs, had amazing streaks, but I'm leaning more towards the Eevee. So given it to Turles, just watching the flanks play out, it was quite good. Even though Styko had the higher kills and higher damage, it was just a great play by Eevee I was seeing happening.
Hey, I would agree with that, because a mark of the match or the play that Redux was bringing was these huge spread out fights, and that was because Team Reticent had to respond to the Eevee that was needling them in the backside.
That's it, yeah.
All right, so let's get well. That's it for the Plantronics MVP. Let's take us back to the bracket and see how things are panning out just there. And right now, we've got results for everyone excepting Surge versus Forefront. So, Aggro, if you can have a look and see whether Forefront managed to overcome their connection problems and whether we're going to be able to get a result there. But the other results for round number 5 were Abyss picking up a 4-0 over Corvidae, and Avant picking up a 4-0 over Kings. And that, to be fair, will be a little bit of an upset, because Avant-Garde and Kings were they said to us in Discord that this could be a real grudge match and a close game. Well, it wasn't. Avant-Garde coming out on top with a 4-0 and doing the business there. So there you go. The last results have come in. Surge going down to Forefront. 4-1. So let's just finalize these scores, and then we'll be able to close off the tournament because it will be complete, and we'll be able to identify. Well, we won't be able to identify our winners because we've got to do a calculation. So if we just go against games 1, we've got Abyss followed by Avant and then Redux Esports Club. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, we actually add up all of the scores. So if you have a look at the Zowie leaderboard, what we do is we award 4 points for a win because you've earned 4 points through that win. But if you lose 4-1, you pick up 1 point. If you lose 4-2, you pick up another 2 points. If you lose 4-2 again, you pick up another 2 points. So there's there could be a lot of bonus points that are picked up by a team. So we've got to do a calculation. We do that in the morning, and then we publish the first, second, and third place teams on Twitter. So make sure you're following us on Twitter. Now, we have one last thing to do before we close off the evening, and that is drawing the raffle. So I'm going to do that right now. Hot on there. Close the raffle and draw the winner. And congratulations to Nodit. So as long as Nodit lets us know that he is in chat, we'll be able to grant him his skin. Oh, disobey. It's closed, man. It's closed. You can't join now. It's too late. Okay, I'll tell you what. We're gonna draw. User is currently offline, so Diggy Dog, we know that he's around, so he's gonna get the. What did I say? It was the Eevee skin. Diggy Dog gets Eevee, and I'm gonna do another one. I'm gonna start a new one, and it's gonna be HEYPAL. We'll give away another skin, ladies and gentlemen, and this one is going to be the Snapdragon Ying. So there you go, enter it now. And we'll give you 30 seconds to do that while you look at the brackets. And you can see the results as they come through. And as soon as the HEYPAL stop coming through, we'll do another draw. Aggro Tank, that was a good evening of play.
It was really good games on stream, and as I said to the boys and everyone competing, it was just great matches to watch.
All right, I'm going to do the draw now. It looks like the HEYPAL stream has slowed down. We've got 20 entries. We're going to close and draw the winner, and it's going to go to Joel. Is Joel here? Let's see if he's here. He has to be. Yes, there you go. Joel's, and I assume that that is Joel's. So, guys, what you need to do, if you've won a skin tonight, or you've been given one, Trap CS, you need to come onto our Discord, and you need to send GameStar Crisis, that's me, a PM, and I will be able to give you your skin. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great evening of Paladins. I've been thrown into the deep end a little bit, and I hope that I've done you proud. Even with my noob level understanding of the game and the nuances thereof and the weird camera work while I was doing actual casting as well. It's been fun for me. I am pretty sure that AgroTank has had a good time as well. Shout out to AgroTank for helping us out with the admin work. And we'll be back next week, ladies and gentlemen, for week number 4. I got a bumper for that, actually. There you go. We'll be back with week number 4 of the Paladins, the HEYPAL, Paladins Summer 17. And that's the final week that teams will have to earn points to get themselves to that top 4 position on the leaderboard, on the Zowie leaderboard, and earn themselves a place in the finals ODC that will be taking place on Saturday a week. I think it's the 11th of February is the date. And that's an ODC, and that's going to be live here on GameStar TV. Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. This is Crisis signing out.